What's going on, everyone? Luke here again from Mr. FBA UK, bringing you another video. Now, I haven't actually done one of these sort of like, whatever you want to call these videos. I've been focusing on the virtual assistant training course. I've got a couple more videos coming out this week. Had about three videos I released last week. Yeah, they're not like massively in detail and long, but it's just a beginner's course. I'll probably do maybe 6 to 9 mini videos, I guess, which I'll add into like a little timeline thing on YouTube so you can see them all in order once obviously the whole thing's done. But yeah, like you can use the links, or you could share those links. You know, step 1, watch these 9 videos, and that's like an introduction for a virtual assistant, and then you could tweak them as well for your business and stuff. But anyway, more videos for that coming this week. But this is a general Amazon business discussion, whatever you want to call it. Now, apologies for the non-visual like sort of display on this. I'm just using this sort of calendar for November as a representation so that you can see a little bit easier what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to be going into loads of sort of like softwares or anything or showing you anything. I'll just stick with this calendar to sort of provide you some information about optimizing your Q4 in terms of delivery. Now, you might wonder what I mean. And I've started looking, because now I've noticed Q4 is starting to ramp up. You know, on a very, like yesterday I did about £1,000, and I actually haven't got much inventory in stock. I'm actually like, this week I need to sort of revamp and push back in. I want to get up towards that 2,000 units. I want to sort of, so at the moment I've probably got like 1,200 units because I've had a couple of issues with my bank in the last like 5 days, so I've actually had a little bit of like a stagnant period of purchasing, which is the worst thing. And I still managed to do like £1,000 and the rest in unreasonable in Europe on a day that would never actually usually get that. So yeah, and it got me thinking to catch up so that I don't lose a week, or you know, you can lose a couple of days here and there, as long as you don't make it something consistent. Okay, and what I mean by that is that you want to be getting products, buying products, and getting it in consistently, building momentum so that your inventory at least stays the same or goes up, but at least stays the same over the whole of the period. Now, it is sometimes difficult because it depends on the value of the product or what it is and all that sort of thing. There's many variables. But for example, if you've got 1,000 items in inventory, now you want to keep that at that level or push on. So you want to push on, meaning because your products are selling faster, and then you're getting paid faster, you're able to get more. You're able to buy more each day, more products each day. So you should then be able to send more quantity in boxes as time goes on. You should be able to send more in each day because you're getting it all back faster, which is obviously mean you can buy more faster. But what happens also is that it sort of keeps doing that. So as you'll go through November and December, your sales will get more and more and more. So it's so easy for your units to drop because you're selling so fast. You just cannot get it in as quick to keep up that sort of like that healthy inventory level, because that's where you're losing your sales. Yeah, your sales may be higher, but your potential higher sales could be actually double that if you could get the stock in. You know, it's not about the money, because you get the money in a couple of days, but it's then you've still got to find the products, buy the products, get them delivered to a prep center or yourself. You still got to prep everything, you still got to do everything, you still got to send it in. And how many days is it going to take to actually get into Amazon? Like, these are all days that you're losing, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Like, if you could almost like click a button, you buy the product, and it's like within that day it's at Amazon. Imagine your sales. You see, if it was all the same day, you could get your payments the same day, you could buy and it arrived at Amazon the same day. Imagine like you could do like 10 grand a day, 5 to 10 grand a day, easy, just by that. And so yes, it isn't possible to do that, but the principle behind it is still the same. So you can sort of take, that's an extreme version, of course. You can take that, okay, and think, okay, what can I do to speed it up a bit? So maybe it's not all in one day, but it's maybe half the amount of time or quarter or whatever you want to call it. So this is a graph. This is a calendar of November. We're here. We are at number. Oh, I don't want to do that. How do I go back? All right, don't worry. Oh, here we go. We are on Monday the 5th. So we basically have this week. We have about 4 weeks. Obviously, Friday and a weekend. Now, my see, this is what I did last year, but not massively. So I've started doing it as of today. I'm now leveraging deliveries. So for example, if you want a delivery, you normally want it to be free because you want to not have to pay. Obviously, that's your profit. But imagine if I could order everything that I order each day, I will get it all delivered tomorrow and it will be shipped in tomorrow. So yes, if you are using a prep center, it might take a little longer, but in theory, you still would have had, the principle still the same. You still would have had to have waited a couple of days for delivery to get there anyway. So we're just going to go on this. And I can get it in tomorrow. Now, if I'm buying something and actually I just go, I'll get the free delivery instead of paying $3.95, $4.95. That's sort of the standard next day delivery costs. I'll just standardize it, and it won't come on a Tuesday the 6th. It will come, let's say Thursday or Friday. Okay, so it depends on, some companies are faster, and I'll go over some hacks that you can, and a little bit of, a couple of hacks at the end. And some of the companies that are faster or slower. So you get a bit of a gist. So I'm going to be getting, this is an example. Monday is today. I've just purchased whatever I bought today, and I'm getting it all delivered tomorrow. So literally all of the purchases I've done, I put next day. And actually, all I've done is maybe bought an extra handful of units to get free express delivery. Okay? So yes, I'm paying a bit more because I'm getting more quantity. I'm not paying for the express delivery because I actually went over £75, I think, for the one order. So I just bought more of it because this is a good seller. Yeah, it will take a little longer, but I'm then getting it into Amazon, and it could book in Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Let's just say Wednesday, probably not, but let's say it books in Friday. Let's just say it books in Friday. So I can get some sales on Friday, some sales on Saturday, some sales on Sunday, and obviously sales on Monday, 4 days or whatever. And so on and so on and so on. Now, if you are ordering it today, let's say they dispatch it tomorrow and you get it Thursday or Friday. It depends on how fast they are at dispatching. Some companies are very fast, some of them are slow. You get a feel for it, don't you? When you just get a feel for it. Well, now, okay, so let's say that it comes. Just for example, it comes. This is a slow company. It comes on Friday. You send it on Friday. Well, now it's not going to book in to Tuesday or Wednesday. Let's say just say it's Tuesday, which is quite generous. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th day. Well, okay, so you can start making sales on your Tuesday. Well, by me buying the extra quantity, I'm able to get some sales on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which is the weekend. So normally higher in sales and purchase. People are buying more. Monday, well, I'm at those extra units already being covered here, so I'm not actually really at that point. If I'd only bought, say I bought 20, this is actually what I did. So I normally get 20 of this unit. I bought 28, which gave me the express free delivery next day. If I just got my standard 20 that I keep doing, I keep replenishing that 20, I would start selling the 20 as of the Tuesday. But by doing it the express way, I'm actually at that live point. I've sold. Let's just do this example. I sold 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. Now I probably would sell more than 2, but let's just say we sold 2 on each day. As of that Tuesday, I'm still now left with the same amount of quantity in both scenarios, but I've actually gained further sales in advance, which means I have higher cleared funds as of this Tuesday in example 1 or scenario 1 over scenario 2, and there's no difference. It's cost me the same per unit. All I've actually done is use the express, and this method you can use to speed up your Q4 and push more momentum, because if you're doing that across every product that you're buying, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds, think of that like that leverage you're gaining. Think about, you're not really having any stale days where you're not selling stock in. It's coming tomorrow. That's the great thing. You actually know now it's coming tomorrow. So I can arrange my day knowing that tomorrow, everything I've got today will go tomorrow. Where it's maybe 3 to 5 days delivery, well, I haven't got a clue when stuff's coming. Do I, it's harder to manage your time I already now know this is coming tomorrow. Da, 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 da. I know who work. I know the people that deliver it. I know he's coming at 11:45, and it will be that item. And you can see in the scenario that I've just said, yeah, it's a bit obviously me talking, and you have to get your head around it a little bit. Maybe watch it back. You're gaining more sales for the same amount of effort. And yes, you have to pay a little bit more early. But obviously, if you haven't got the cash flow, fine. But I mean, this purchase wasn't a massive purchase. Instead of me spending maybe £55 on the 20 units, I spent £77. That's 20 quid difference. But it's given me the ability to now do what I've just explained. And you could do that across every company. And again, say that you say that you have to pay the £4.95. Well, maybe buy a couple more units because it is Q4. You can afford to buy higher quantities because they sell faster. You can try to get the free delivery, but if you can't get a free delivery, well, then you're just gonna the more units you get, it dilutes. Let's say it's £4.95, yeah, for the delivery. Well, if you're buying, usually you'd buy 5 or 6, but now you're buying 10. Well, you're now having to split that £4.95 over 10 units, which becomes 49p. Or maybe you're buying 20 units. Maybe you normally buy 10 because it's sub 10,000 in toys or something. You're now buying 20 because it's Q4. But again, yes, you're buying more, so you're going to have to do it. And yes, you're getting lower margin. But those items, let's do it again. You're getting it tomorrow. It starts selling on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And you're left with the same amount of the equivalent units on the Tuesday. Well, you've gained profit on the days that you would have not gained profit. Yes, they're lower. You're getting lower margins or whatever, but you're still getting the money. You're still actually gaining profit in advance of what you would have done before, even though it is a lower profit. You see, and this little simple thing. I don't know. Now I'm talking about it. It just seems so great. It's a great thing. Like just this example. It's like you're stopping time in a way. Like you're actually, for every 1 day you're working, 2 days are actually going in the real world. Is that right? Hang on, that's wrong. No, for every 2 days I'm working, that's it. 1 day is going in real world. So I'm gaining 2 days of value for actually only living 1 day. That's better. By doing this, and yes, your margins might be lower, but your sales are so much higher by using this method for the next 2 months that a little bit like £2.95 here. Let's say it's £5. Well, okay, and let's say you send in 100 box, you get 100 deliveries over this point. Use it where you have to pay. Well, that's 500 quid. Well, over these two months, you could do an extra 5 to 10 grand in sales, depending on obviously your money. You're going to make that extra. You're going to make that £500 and some. And it's just a lot of these companies. You spend over a certain value, you get it for free anyway, and it's the perfect time for Q4 because you can afford to buy those extra units. Not only because it's November and December, but you can sell the extra units over the days that you would not have actually already had that stock in, because obviously it takes 3 or 4 days to get to you. Then you have to send it into Amazon, so you're losing 3 or 4 days of potential sales. And you can just, those extra units, you just do it over that period. Yeah? So the little hacks, usually it's over 75 quid, 50 quid. The sort of like golden nuggets I'd say I'll give to you on this. It's like companies like Holland and Barrett. You spend over a certain amount of money, nothing stupid, you get free delivery. And if you don't want to pay for free delivery, they actually are one of the faster delivery companies. So if you do it in the morning, let's say up to 12, you would usually get it in 2 days. So we're not going to guarantee anything here. Obviously, it depends. It's Christmas. There's lots of variables. Probably depends where you live. But I get my Holland and Barrett, Superdrug, HMV, those 3 companies, deliveries at least within 3, but a lot of the time 2 days. So if I do it on Monday morning, I'll get them Wednesday. So there's not a massive lapse of time. But yes, you're losing an extra day over next day delivery, but it isn't, it's only a day, not 3 days or 2-3 days. Another hack, okay? Now this is something that I've started doing recently and I found it really good. So for example, most people should know what their potential, the cash flow forecast is for the week. Okay, basically what that means is know what money is going to come into your account, give or take, over the week. Yeah. So all I do, if you've got a business HSBC account, which I do for a limited company, I actually can see what I'm going to receive tomorrow. Transfer-wise, by using the TransferWise sending my euro payments, is coming in 2 days instead of the original 3 it used to. So I know every 2 days, so Sunday night I withdraw my euros from all my Eurobank accounts. I get it on Tuesday, and I'll get my UK money on the Wednesday. I was thinking about switching my UK one to TransferWise so that I actually try to get it a day earlier as well. But at the moment, I don't want to muck up anything and find out there's issues, because then that's like obviously your main income stream for your UK account. Unless if there's issue from that, that's an issue. So, and I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so you know roughly what's coming in. So I know every Sunday at about 11, before 11, because I'm is it Europe's an hour ahead? I don't know. Just in case it is, I know at some point in the year it is. So about 10, I withdraw all my money from the weekend. There's no point doing it on a Saturday, because or the Friday, I think, because it doesn't actually, it initiates on that day, but one working day is actually from the day across to the other day, not the day itself. So like a 2-day batch would be Friday to Monday, Monday to Tuesday. You see what I'm trying to say? It's sort of like it doesn't actually go over the weekend, and it doesn't count Friday as one day. It has to go across. It is sort of one day, but you get what I mean. So I actually do it. I hold it, and I normally have a big payment to receive on Wednesday from the UK, and the euro the equivalent will come on the Tuesday. So I know for tomorrow, you know, I can see I'm receiving whatever I'm receiving. So I will look at what I've got today every morning. I'll then see what I'm getting to receive tomorrow, knowing should I basically just spend every penny that I've got today, because I know that I'm going to be replenished with cash tomorrow. Or am I not going to be replenished with that much cash tomorrow? So should I save some, because I don't want to go, because of the deals tomorrow, obviously I want to be able to get them as fresh as I can. I'd rather maybe diversify a little bit more than go heavy just because I've got the cash that day. Kind of many variables to look at. The one thing I would say is a really good addition is if you are to groceries, okay? And it's not always groceries, it can be groceries and toys and beauty products. Because obviously, like from, let's say, Asda, Tesco's, Ocado, Waitrose, I forget the other, whatever else there are, Sainsbury's. You can get. This is what I do. I know that I can replenish a lot of groceries, and I have set items that I buy periodically. And obviously, yes, they're not always on offer and all that sort of thing. But like, I'll cycle through a bunch, sort of a batch of products. Get the ones that I can replenish and just keep doing it every week, pretty much. And groceries, I find, is they're all year round. And obviously, you can tell if certain groceries are Christmas related or not. For example, if it's if it's chocolates, it's probably going to be more purchases of chocolate because it's Christmas. Yeah, but if it's dishwashing tablets, okay, yeah, maybe like a little bit because people are going to be eating more food. But you get what I mean. Like, there's not going to be a huge improvement in sales over items that aren't that, like tea bags or something. So I'm going to weight more towards the sort of Christmas related and just keep replenishing the groceries, because what I found is that that is actually going to be an important part for what a video I do on Q1 is groceries. Huge, like huge. You can make massive amounts of money over Q4, but if you're not ready for Q1, you basically have to just lose it all again. Or lose some of it, because you have to transition real fast. Maybe not like day one, boom, like or day, like, you know, 27th of December. Right now we've got to transition like that. Yeah, you can have a little bit of time off or whatever, but you've got to transition mentally ready. Like, you've got to be prepared. Transition. You got to transition so to be ready, so that when you do go for it, you can sort of change quickly. So I will go for the grocery items in advance of having the money in my account. This is what I was trying to get to. So let's say we are sitting, I've gone over on Sunday night, let's say I'm going to do a couple of hours on Sunday night. I've gone over all the products that I've sold over the last 7 days. This will be the replenishables on grocery items that I mentioned just now. I can see that there's that, whatever the list is of items that I should replenish. Yeah. Now, I don't have that much money, let's say. Well, yeah, okay, I've got enough money, but I don't want to spend all of my money on groceries because it's Christmas time. I want to diversify into some toys, some beauty products. I don't, as I said, not all grocery items will improve in their sales, so I don't want to be too bogged down with groceries when I can get I can optimize it in other areas. So what I do is I'm like, okay, well, on the Wednesday, I'm going to actually receive quite a lot of money because I let all of my weekend sales, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday sales accumulate, and normally there's higher sales on the weekends, and then I normally can get like 2 or 3 times more money on that Wednesday than I would any other days because every day I'm requesting withdrawals. You see, so it's only usually like a 24-hour period of sales that will go through, but on the weekend it's sort of a 2 to 3 days accumulation. So every Wednesday I'll receive higher amount of money, like 2-3 times the amount that I do on all the other days. Yeah, it's not, exact science, but you get what I'm trying to say. So, well, the best time, I guess, to buying groceries, not waste, if I've got £1,000 coming in on Monday and I go to replenish, I'm like, crap, that's £1,000 of groceries that I can buy. Then I've got no room, I've got no more money for anything else. Yeah, I'm getting £1,000 on Tuesday, but on the Monday I can't buy any more stuff. Well, this is what I do. I know that on the Wednesday I'm going to be receiving 3 times more, for example. So I'll be able to spend that grand, but I'll also have £2 left over for whatever else I want to buy, toys or beauty and stuff like that. So I actually, on the Sunday or the Monday, I will actually do my grocery orders for. So I'll look back over the last 7 days and I'll replenish what I can, depending on what needs to be replenished and what offers are around. Yeah, not everything I can replenish, but I've figured it out reasonably decent at this point what I can and can't. Well, on the Sunday or Monday, I'll actually book in when I want my grocery order. So I'll actually do the order on the £1,000 order. I'll check out, but the great thing, your debit card or your credit card is not charged until this is delivered. So I actually am purchasing something in advance of paying for it. Even though, because if you think about it, you're buying something from like Holland & Barrett, HMV, Superdrug, Argos, whatever you're doing. You're not actually getting that product for 3 days. So let's say you were buying 400 quid from Argos here, £400. Well, you're not going to get it until Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Wednesday, because it takes 3 days in most cases. So Argos is probably about average, so I say 3 days. Well, your money's disappearing on the Sunday, but you're not actually receiving your products till Wednesday. Well, great. Guess what? You purchase your groceries on the Sunday, so I build up my carts for Ocado, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, whatever else there is, all the different grocery companies. I then check out on every single one of them because I'm pretty sure I know as of Sunday night what I'm going to receive on the Wednesday. So I will cash flow sort of manage. I might obviously, if I'm not getting as much as I thought, I might not buy as much groceries. But it'll still be whatever it is. And I then know it's coming Wednesday morning, let's say. I get deliveries sometimes at 5:30 in the morning. And the reason I do that is that, or 6:30 in the morning, is that it forces me to wake up early. Like I have to be up at 5 because it's going to come at 5:30. And that means getting up, getting sorted, ready for the delivery. And then I can get everything done by 9 o'clock in the morning. It's all done, and honestly, the feeling of getting stuff done by 9 is crazy. And over Christmas, I know it sounds like a lot, but that is, if you really want to optimize, that's what you got to do. If you want to do 100 grand in sales over a 30-day period, that's what you got to do. It's not every day; it might be twice a week, but yeah. I mean, you don't have to do it. You can do whatever you want. You can do it at night, late at night, because most companies deliver from 5 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night, even 12, I think. So back to what I was saying. I'm buying everything here. I know exactly what's coming in. Yes, you might get substitutes. Well, I'd say no substitutes, but you might not get exactly because if they haven't got the product, they obviously will just not deliver it. But most of the time, I say Tesco's are a little annoying. That's what I found. So if you buy a high amount of quantity, I'll say it's 50-50 if you're actually going to get that quantity. Anything over 8. So, if you're getting 15 or 20 or something, I'd say it's not always going to come. But it has done for me sometimes. The other companies are a bit more, they give what they what you buy, sort of thing. But then, of course, you get all your deliveries on Wednesday morning, and then you're charged. So you can use that money that you would have, in theory, with the Argos purchase, it would have gone out your bank that day, and you would have waited. You would have just been, in limbo. Nothing would be happening. Transition. Well, if you actually do the opposite and you buy all your groceries and all that sort of thing, then the money that you would have lost here going to your Argos purchase, you can actually spend Monday morning on whatever the hell you want, and then you can use some of it on Tuesday, and then you still get what you would have got delivered on the Wednesday. But now you've actually made, you're 2 days ahead in purchasing here, 12th and 13th. If you're getting that next day delivery, you're getting it on the Tuesday, and it's already been shipped here, off to UP or wherever it goes, Amazon. Yeah, and then you're still getting your delivery on the Wednesday, and you've actually not all you've done is you've just been smart about what you're doing. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it's actually it's not ever talked about. I've never really. Yeah, I've heard people mention stuff about next day delivery, and that, but not in the way I've sort of discussed it in this video. Because I don't know if it's just me, but for me it sounds like it's like, duh, of course. Like, why haven't I thought about this before in depth? And I can see how you can overlook it because urgency is not necessarily there, and it's still going to end up the same place. But over Christmas, you just got to do it. You got to trust me. You got to trust me. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I actually have quite enjoyed this video because as I talk about it, I sort of figure out more things that I haven't thought about, which is great. Yeah. Anyway, smash the thumbs up, subscribe. Click the little bell notification if you want to see from future videos, and obviously get notified when they go live. And stay tuned for some more virtual assistant. Oh, that's an accent. Virtual assistant training videos coming this week. Maybe about 3 more. So we'll have up to 6 by the end of the week. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy your Q4 November. Hopefully your sales are rising by now. They should do. And keep pushing. See you on the next video.